welcome to another episode of Mick and the Fat Man, coming to you live from the Mick and the Fat Man studios, where we are talking life, music, and everything. Well, welcome everybody to Mick and the Fat Man Series 3, episode number 9. Mick, happy rock and roll to you, sir.
Happy rock and roll indeed. And what better thing is there to wish somebody?
And I know you're going to be very excited today because we are going to be talking about one of your favourite people in the world. We've got a lot on the show, but first of all, I know you are a huge fan of Donald Trump and that you will be actively supporting his campaign for re-election. And I know that you'll be very pleased to know that he has a new song out. And so as you know, the last 2 years he's insisted that the followers who were involved in the January 6 activities, call them activities, I think there's just been some recent footage showing that, in fact, they were tourists at the Capitol Hill. They were just sightseeing through the building. That's been shown. And a lot of those people were illegally arrested and illegally put into jail by Hunter Biden, I think it is. And but the good news is a number of those people who have been put in jail have formed a choir, and so there's 20 inmates, and they're known as the J6 Prison Choir, and they're singing with Donald Trump. I know, it's exciting. I have a bit of it here to play for you, and I know that you are going to love it.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America.
I know, you can't get enough of this, can you?
And to the republic for which it stands.
Isn't it great?
And that man does that stuff without seeing the irony in it.
It is sensational. So that's I got that on YouTube. I don't know whether you can actually. I think you can buy the actual recording so that you can. I'll probably donate a bit of money to Don.
It'd go to the grifter in chief's funds, wouldn't it?
He's always a bit skint, so he needs a few bob every now and again. Yeah. There's people bloody trying to put him in jail and all sorts of things. So I've got here. You remember the? Did you see he presented at the CPAC conference, the Progressive Conservative Conference or whatever it's called? Anyway, I've got a bit of stuff here. I think it's on the Jimmy Kimmel show. Jimmy Fallon, I beg your pardon. I get me Jimmys mixed up.
Well, let's get to some news here. Well, guys, this weekend, former President Trump closed out CPAC, and at one point during his speech, he made some pretty intense promises. Watch this.
Today I add, I am your warrior, I am your justice, and for those who have been wronged and betrayed, I am your retribution. I am your retribution.
He's your retribution.
It's unbelievable.
What?
We live in weird times.
Now, if he gets in, and there's a high probability he will, he's going to be retributing all over the place. Because he doesn't forgive. So that's fascinating, isn't it? To think that he will be their retribution.
It's fascinating, without wishing to be a political podcast, that his retribution, I will be your retribution, as if saying to these people that I will be getting retribution for the sins against you. He doesn't give a shit about the sins against them. It's only anything against Donald James Trump.
Yep. Doesn't even care about his kids.
No. Well, they're turning on him anyway, so no spirit, no spirit.
So the other thing I found is some people have been able to mash up a beautiful song that he's a part of. So have a listen to this.
At first I was afraid, I was petrified. Kept thinking I could never live without you by my side. But then I spent so many nights thinking how you did me wrong. And I grew strong, and I learned how to get at home. And so you're back from outer space.
He's good, isn't he?
To find you here with that sad look upon your face. I should have changed that stupid lock.
There's a lot of these on YouTube. You can find him singing all sorts of stuff. People are very busy doing mashups of our man.
Unreal.
It's great, isn't it? But the best one I've got is just a mashup of him talking about all the good things he's all the things he's good at. Now he's good, as you know, he's good at a lot of stuff, right? He really is.
He is. Yeah, he's a self-confessed expert on most things.
Well, let's see what we can find.
Nobody can do it like me. Nobody can do it like me. Honestly.
Nobody's stronger than me.
Nobody has better toys than I do.
There's nobody bigger or better at the military than I am.
Nobody loves the Bible more than I do. Nobody builds walls better than me. Nobody's better to people with disabilities than me. Nobody's fighting for the veterans like I'm fighting for the veterans.
There's nobody that's done so much for equality as I have.
There's nobody more pro-Israel than I am. There's nobody more conservative than me.
There is nobody that respects women more than I do. Nobody would be tougher on ISIS than Donald Trump.
Because nobody's ever had crowds like Trump has had.
There's nobody that understands the horror of nuclear better than me. And nobody even understands it but me. It's called devaluation. The sale of the uranium that nobody knows what it means. I know what it means.
Nobody knows more about trade than me.
Nobody knows the game better than I do.
Nobody's in the history of this country has ever known so much about infrastructure as Donald Trump. I know the H-1B. I know the H-2B. Nobody knows it better than me.
Nobody knows politicians better than I do.
Nobody knows more about taxes than I do. Nobody knows more about debt than I do.
Nobody knows the system better than me. I have many friends.
He's good, isn't he?
Many friends. All of my friends, so many. Steve,
What a
I
guy.
see over here. Marco Rubio is a very, very good friend of mine. Tom Brady's a friend of mine. My friend Elton John. George Steinbrenner was a good friend of mine.
Howard Stern was a friend of mine.
We've been friends for a long time. A friend of mine is a great manufacturer. A friend of mine is a great excavator.
So he's not only good at everything, he's got so many friends, including Ye. Ye's his friend.
Oh, that's right, Kanye West,
Yeah.
Mr. True Love to All.
Yep, so, Elton John's his friend.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's what he reckons.
But does Donald Trump always tell the truth?
Yes.
Oh, okay. fair.
Jesus Christ, what are you talking about, Mick? No one tells the truth like Donald J. Trump.
Donald J. Trump, yes. True.
Nobody tells the truth like him. No, he's as you can see, if you vote for him, you know what you're getting. You're getting an expert
On everything.
on everything, because that's what the president. Can't Biden. He can barely string two sentences together.
Yeah.
So, thank God we've got Don coming along, and he comes with like an expert team, doesn't he? He comes with Don Jr. And I know if you get over there, mate, and start helping with the campaign, you can be Don Jr.'s Coke roadie. Yeah, you'll be busy. I can tell you that you will be busy.
Oh dear.
Because he's got a lot of work going on there. So yeah, fantastic stuff. His campaign's off and running, and if he wants to win the election, he probably will.
Oh, I don't know about that. There's two he's got to win. One is he's got to be the Republican nominee. Yep. Yeah. Then he's got to win the election. Yeah. The first one, markedly easier than the second one.
Yeah, look, who knows? Who knows?
Let's not set ourselves up to be political pundits because
I've
got time for another podcast. Yeah, Mick and the Fat Man talk politics.
Talk Donald.
Well, if he doesn't win next year, that'll be the last we hear of him.
Yeah.
So that won't be a career move for us.
No, that's right. Yeah. Well, we could go through and look at some of his older stuff like The Apprentice. I don't think I ever watched The Apprentice. Did you watch it?
No. Even if it had someone good on it, I wouldn't watch it.
No, neither would I. But he fired a lot of people on there.
He fired a lot of people in real life.
No, he's very good at it. He's good. Anyway, so if he doesn't get into the nomination, I don't know what you're going to do next year, Mick. I don't know where you're going to go in October because that's going to be you were saying you want to do a holiday in New York and help Donald, but if he doesn't make it through, I don't know what you're going to do.
Yeah, I'll have to do another season of Mick and the Fat Man.
Yeah, not quite as exciting, but anyway, that's all there is to it.
Eminently more rewarding.
But I think you must agree that song is good, isn't it?
It's
J Block 16 or whatever they're called, choir.
They've all lost their call and missed their calling,
haven't they?
Yeah.
Thank God, praise the Lord, that they all got locked up together because they've been able to perform this beautiful choir.
It's wonderful, isn't it?
Because they would never have known each other had they not been put into jail.
God works in mysterious ways.
God does, and no one is better.
Working in mysterious ways
than Donald Trump.
Absolutely.
Oh, so fantastic stuff. Anyway, let's move on. Robert Dimery.
Oh, Bob's back.
Big Bad Bob is back again. We've got the book open. I've opened up to page 536. The Pogues, Rum, Sodomy and the Lash.
What a great album title.
What a title. I have looked at this album for many, many years and never realised that it had the word sodomy sitting on top of it. I never looked at it. I always look at the picture and go, oh, it's a nice picture and the Pogues, all that sort of stuff. I never noticed the word sodomy on there. But it's there.
Yes.
Must have been a thing. The label is stiff. The producer, Phil Chevron and Elvis Costello.
Yep.
Art direction, Frank Murray. Running time, 45 minutes and 20 seconds. So a good amount of music on there. It was made it to 89 in the Australian charts and was there for 9 weeks. I got a little quote here from one of the spin-offs of the album one spin of the album proves that Costello accomplished his mission. This album captures all the sweat, fire and angry joy that had lost them in the thin, disembodied recording of the band's debut, and the Pogues sound stronger and tighter without losing a bit of their edge in the process. Mick, what do you think of the Rum, Sodomy and the Lash, sir?
I think anyone who's listened to us more than 5 minutes knows we love the Pogues.
Indeed.
Yep. Fairy Tale of New York, Pogues in general, Shane MacGowan, solo work with Nick Cave and so on and so on. This is a great album. I have this album anyway. It's an enjoyable album. It's a full of life album. You know, I really, really enjoy the even some of the slower songs and the two slowest songs on the album. They're funnily enough they're my favourites. But something like Kilkenny Cats or the Wild Cats of Kilkenny, the opening track on side 1, it's instrumental and it's got the band making lots of animal-like vocal sound effects, and it's really, really interesting. And it sounds somewhere between a local bar band and an Irish band, and where the line is, I really don't know. You know, it's certainly not at the alcohol. And
a nice link to Australia with the band played Waltzing Matilda on there.
Absolutely,
by Eric Bogle.
Born. Everybody we're talking about this season, born bloody Scottish. Maybe that's the world. Mick and the Fat Man talk Scotland.
Mick and the Fat Man talk. We've both been to Scotland and enjoyed it immensely.
I loved her. But it was like I was going home.
But the thing I found interesting about Scotland was so much bad food. There were some good places, but gee, there's some mediocre food.
That's why they form bands, to eat. Get something to eat. And I don't mean going to England.
I mean, I stepped up a couple of notches when I went in Glasgow. Went to the Jamie Oliver restaurant.
Yes, it's a worry.
Which is mediocre.
Yeah.
At best.
Yes.
But we did both go to the very posh restaurant on the Isle of Skye, which was nice. You didn't like it?
I didn't know. I was very disappointed. They cooked king prawns, or they had another name for them, but king prawns, and they were crappy and powdery.
Oh. Well, the best restaurant I went to was, in fact, also on Skye. It had a Michelin star. It was awesome. And it was the ex-chef from that restaurant who started his own.
There was the old schoolhouse that had the crappy prawns, and the other one that you're talking about I did love. I thought it was fantastic. Yeah. We took my son, who as you know, is Down syndrome, so he's a little bit hard to please.
Yep. And
this is a bloody 5-star Michelin restaurant.
Top notch.
They went out of their way and made him spaghetti.
Oh, did they make?
Seriously, they made this bloody restaurant. For gastronomes come from the world over, and this poor little Down syndrome boy.
You got to go drive for bloody miles to get there.
Absolutely,
it's not sort of just around the corner. You got to go all the way to the west coast of Scotland. You got to go across the bridge to Skye. You finally get to Skye. Then you got to drive.
Don't you go over the sea to Skye?
Oh, yeah, maybe you do.
Like
actually.
on a bonny boat.
On a bonny boat. And finally you get there, and we stayed the night there as well and had the breakfast. Well, breakfast was very good too. And it was really, really good. But it's a lot of work to get there, and you would think you could just say, fuck you. Yeah, you're here. You can't go anywhere else. And they go out of the way and do something nice like that. It's great.
I was so impressed. Yeah, and it almost sounds a bit biblical. The way they treat the least among you is a measure of their calibre.
Yeah,
and we've had a few places do that. There's a really good French restaurant in Bali. Did the same. Okay. Yeah, he's there on Jalan 66. Yeah, Jalan 66 up. Up Legian way.
Up that way.
And a restaurant called the Pearl. And the fella's a bloody excellent French chef. Goes out of the way. When we go there, we ring him up and say, can you make something for Oliver? And he makes beautiful spaghetti for him. It's just wonderful. Anyway, that's not telling us much about Shane McGowan.
No.
Okay. Shane McGowan's a great ad for Scottish dentistry.
Oh, yeah. He does have some beautiful teeth, doesn't he?
He does, and every one of them's different.
Just the picture that's in here in the magazine shows a beautiful photo of him singing, and
it's almost like his teeth have shrunk.
They look a little bit like something out of a vampire movie, but anyway.
Yeah, well, there's a whole lot of vampires in his mouth there, and all of them are fighting each other, I think. Oh dear. The title of the movie came from a quote from Winston Churchill, who says, "Don't tell me about English naval traditions. It's all rum, sodomy, and the lash."
Oh, what I wouldn't have given to be on an old English yacht then.
Oh, lovely luxury. The quote you gave about Elvis Costello was terrific, but the rest of that quote, he was put into the job to capture what he could of the Pogues' proper live sound, and that's not easy to get a band's live sound down, as again we've talked before. But before someone came along and smoothed it all out.
Yes.
Yeah. So they've still got that roughness that a band in the early stages of their career has.
Yes.
And that's not a bad thing. That's an exciting energy in the sound. So Costello referred to it as capturing the Pogues' dilapidated glory.
That's a beautiful term, isn't it?
Isn't it great?
That is great.
You know, of course, where the name of the Pogues comes from?
No, I don't.
It's Gaelic for up your arse. Pogue mahone means up your arse in Gaelic.
There's a lot of anal action going on here, isn't there?
Indeed. So the band was heavily influenced by alcohol, and not least the amount poured into Shane McGowan. You don't get those teeth without lots of work.
Well, Shane McGowan says of himself, "I'm a bitter, twisted little shit."
That's good. Yeah, that summarises that. Now, who was on lead? Look, you can take this album as one by a band that plays traditional Irish music well with the fun that Irish music should and does have within it. It's really, really exciting and fun. The Kilkenny song that I mentioned, that really is traditional with electric guitar.
Yeah, and that's right, and they've got a great sound. They're good sound. They're not just a sort of an Irish pub band sort of just sitting in the corner playing Irish jigs the whole night.
Nothing wrong with that,
No.
but they've taken it to the next level.
Yeah,
as one review said, they're a great band and not just a good idea for a band. Which I thought, that's clever. That's where a good reviewer comes in.
And Costello went on to marry the bassist out of the band as well.
Cato Reardon. Yes. Yeah. Well, it's all an incestuous sort of business over there, all these Scottish and Irish and whatever they are.
Yeah.
Irish, yeah.
Just get in there and bloody shag everything.
Well, Scottish and the Irish are from the same
Potatoes and sex.
Picts and Gaels and stuff anyway. Potatoes, yes. Dirty Old Town is the other slow song on this album. And it's a ditty, and there's no real rock and roll. There's no electric guitar on it or anything like that, unless it's very well hidden. But it's a song by Ewan MacColl, which, to bring it all round full circle, is the father of Kirsty MacColl, who was killed in Mexico by a dickhead riding a jet ski.
Is that right?
It is.
So he's a writer. He's a muso.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That is interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, and the song Dirty Old Town is about Salford, believe it or not, in England.
Oh.
And it's the song they play when the soccer team runs onto the field.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. And the crowd sings that, how they've all got a song that they sing.
Is the team the Salford United or something?
Salford FC.
Oh.
Yeah, football club.
It must be degrading going and watching the lower grades.
It'd be hard. It's an interesting. I watched Ted Lasso, the show from America, which a sports program from America that is superb and has more European about it than American, is a rarity.
Yeah,
and that's wonderful. And it's about a team that's ahead, gets a new coach, goes down to relegation, and then fights their way back up. So the next season will be about all the problems they have when they're back on the top. It's an interesting system. I think the best win. It's the Darwin system.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like the Darwin Awards.
Kind of. Well, the Darwin Awards is the same thing.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Survival of the
dumbest survival of the extinction of the dumbest.
Yeah.
So in this album is a fantastic album. Love it. If you don't know it, go look for it. You won't be disappointed. It's a lot of fun. You don't put it on when you want an hour of quiet introspection.
We'll have it in the show notes playlist, so it'll be there for you to tap on and listen away. Enjoy yourself.
Fill your glass full of Irish whiskey.
A big jar. Yeah, get a big glass.
Jar, for that matter.
Big jar of Bushmills Irish whiskey.
Yeah.
Just pop a little ice cube in there just to cool it down a bit. And
show it a photograph of an ice cube.
Yeah, and then just skull the fucking thing. And then have sodomy with someone. Well, an English sailor, I'm
I think
assuming.
you've captured the title a bit too far there.
I know. Yeah. Sorry about that, everybody. Yeah. Look, but hey,
I
didn't name the album. They did.
Winston Churchill did.
Winston Churchill did. Thank you, Winnie. Well done, mate. Oh, well, that's good. We'll have to have another listen to that. They're a good band.
They are indeed.
I think it's time for us to step forward, Michael, and we shall drag out the Glowbite school bag, and I want to see what is banging around inside that right now, mate.
Well,
what do you got for us?
It's not doing a lot of banging around. It's a single book.
Oh, what's in it?
And look, well, I love books about rock and roll, right?
No, I didn't know that.
Well, I'll tell you I do. This week, I want to talk about probably the most amazing book that I've ever read about the twists, turns and linkages of rock and roll history.
And what's that called?
The book is called The Number Ones, 20 chart-topping hits that reveal the history of pop music, and it's by a fellow by the name of Tom Breihan.
Oh, who's he?
Well, he works for a website which is a music website in the US called Stereo Gum, and he's the senior editor and columnist there. And every week he writes a column that appears on his website about a song that's made number one in the Billboard Top 100. every week writes a new one, and there's obviously hundreds and hundreds of damn things.
Yep. So we've done number 2, so now we're going to go and do number 1s.
Well, we're going through the alphabet. We're going through the numerological alphabet here.
Fine.
Yep.
Do you need to flush the toilet after doing a number 1? That's what I want to know. I can understand you want to flush the toilet after doing a number 2, but when you go at night and everybody's asleep, do you flush the toilet after a number 1? It's a serious question.
Well, it depends whether you want to wake people up or not.
That's what I'm thinking. So if you do a quiet piddle, quiet number 1, I don't flush the toilet. I just put the lid down and leave it, sneak back to bed. And in the morning...
That's very considerate of you, until you get into trouble in the next morning.
Well, I get up in the morning, and then when the sun's starting to rise up over the yard arm, I can flush the toilet. Does that make sense?
It's lovely, Jeff. That's very considerate of you.
Yeah, I think it is. So I've actually heard a phone in on the radio one time. They were talking about when you flush the toilets, whether it's the yellows or the browns, and so there was one person who actually didn't flush the toilet unless even. You know, the idea is to save a bit of water and to save a bit of noise. So the middle of the night, it's to save the noise. During the day, you can just leave the yellow there for a little bit longer, and you're saving a few litres of water.
Well, that may be more topical in a year or two. We're heading into another El Nino, so we might be in the middle of a drought in 2 years.
Well, that's right. I think if you had any more rain down here, the entire cliff would have fallen down on top of you.
It's certainly made a lot of difference to the environmental, geological structures of the place, but certainly my garden got everything washed out.
Oh,
yeah, that's life.
We had a bloody hailstorm come through the other afternoon.
For God's sake, this is ridiculous. Smashed
all the bloody cucumbers, and there was still a few zucchinis left. Zucchini's got pit marks in them from the bloody hailstorm.
I think all of this we should combine and send a message to Tony Abbott. You are totally right. This climate change is a hoax.
It is a hoax.
Yeah.
By the way, here's a zucchini. Enjoy yourself with some rum.
That's right. We can
some sodomy.
That's right.
Tony.
Yeah, well done, Tony. Yep, yeah, good man. This book.
Yes. Number 1s.
Yes.
It's even got a sort of a brown and a yellow on it, hasn't it?
Are we going to go into the book, or are we going to...
No, I think we're doing all right.
I suppose so. It can be, I don't know how you download a number 1, but you can. It can be downloaded as an ebook, or for you, as an audiobook.
Yeah, you're talking.
Now we're talking. Yep.
Now we are talking.
Via the Hachette Books website. Hachette Books is the publisher.
Yep.
Not published in Australia, published in the US.
But you can get it on Amazon Books. You can get it on Kindle?
I suppose.
You okay?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah. Just scratched myself on the table.
Just scratching your thing.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So this is our topic here, and Edgar Wright says that Tom's number 1 is a glorious rabbit hole dive into the biggest hits in popular music, analysing the very physics of how they became hits and taking a forensic look at what made them pop. Great. That is that book.
I think that's it. Let's go. It's time to go to the pub.
Time for a beer.
Yep,
Jeez, we've been a busy boy.
Yep.
All right, let's go.
Yeah.
Give me a little taster.
Okay. Well, look, this book starts off talking about how the Billboard charts, unlike the Kent Report, the Billboard chart started in 1958, 65 years ago.
Goodness
1958 doesn't sound that far away.
Does not.
No, it doesn't. It's been around a while. But the charts don't always tell the big picture. You know, you look at, okay, this band here got to number 1 or number 8 or number 7. And we talked a few weeks ago about the bands that didn't quite make it to number 1.
Sure.
But we didn't look at the reasons behind in the main, because there's always some dumb reason.
Because we spent far too long talking about doing number 2s.
We did. It was childish and amateur.
Yep.
And we apologise for it sincerely.
That's why we're talking about number 1s, to clear up the mess.
Clear up the air, so to speak, yes.
Yep.
Yeah. For example, the Beatles had 20 number 1 hits on the Billboard charts.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Jackson had 13. Drake, who is some rapper thing.
Yeah, I know.
He's had 10.
Wow.
Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah, how many?
None.
None?
Bob Dylan.
None?
None. James Brown.
Yeah.
None.
Ah,
So it's a measure, but it's not a complete measure, and it raises as many questions as it answers. This book looks at some of those questions.
okay. Does it give us answers?
It's really good. He makes reference to how songs that we might consider deserving were kept out of the number one position. For example, Shop Around. You better shop around.
Yep.
Motown's first hit.
Yes.
So it made it into the charts.
Yes.
But was kept out of number one by Lawrence Welk.
What was that?
I don't know the name of the song, but at number one in whatever year it was, Lawrence Welk kept Shop Around out of number one. For this book, Breihan's picked 20. Breihan, whatever. He's picked 20 songs that mark a major change or a pivot from the past. We're going to look at a couple of those today, but not much, because the level of detail that he goes into is incredible. But I've got to tell you, it's not like a textbook or anything that's really dry or heavy. It's really interesting to read, and it's stuff, the linkages, he shows the linkages and shows the stuff you know. So if he's talking about a song, it'll bring in someone else. And you think, oh, I know that name. I know that thing. I know that song. And it's really, really interesting. Not everything is the shock of the new. Sometimes it's just dumb things.
Right.
Yep. It is American focused, but nonetheless, it's a really interesting, interesting read and a deep dig into a deep dig. Do you like that? It's a combination of metaphors there.
Yeah, you're good.
It's got 20 songs. Some of them only were hits in America. They didn't bother us here in Australia. That's okay too, because the principle is that the interest behind them is there, and all of these stories, the same names keep cropping up, the same issues keep cropping up, the same stories for different people.
Yeah, sure, Shop Around was done by Lawrence Welk?
No, it wasn't done by Lawrence Welk. It was kept out of number one. It only made to number two.
Ah.
I didn't write...
Shop Around.
Yeah, I didn't write down who sang Shop Around.
The Miracles.
No, the Miracles, of course. That made to number two. But Lawrence Welk was number one. Lawrence Welk is easy listening. Your epitome of background music.
Yeah, so he's got classics such as Baby Elephant Walk and The Chicken Dance.
Yeah, well, it's quality all the way through.
No, he's top. Go Lawrence, I say.
Yeah. This book references a whole lot of stuff that we do know here in Australia. The Supremes, the Beatles. You know, talks about I Want to Hold Your Hand. I'm not going to go into why that was special as one of the 20 that he selected here. But again, it makes a fabulous read. And you think you know the story about the Beatles, the British invasion, that was it, thanks for coming. It's a lot more Byzantine than that, really. It's very, very interesting. The Beach Boys.
Yes.
Why did Good Vibrations become a hit and not other stuff like Kokomo? Because Kokomo's awful.
Kokomo did become a hit, I think.
Yeah, not number one though. Maybe.
No.
But it was awful.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, it was terrible.
Britney Spears, Bon Jovi, and backstories and events that that are really mind-bending. The Twist everyone knows The Twist by Chubby Checker, and it's been around for a long time.
Indeed.
We know it. We take it for granted as a hit from way back when. Did you know that song when they did it, it was made nicer? The Twist was a dance that was done by young people, black audiences.
Yes.
It was one of those sinful black dances.
Oh, sinful.
Yes.
Was there touching?
Oh, it all led to sex, because that's what those terrible black people do.
Well, that's right. They don't understand. They don't understand.
So it was made nicer for white audiences.
That's right. Who have personified the missionary position.
That's right. All those missionaries out there. Yeah, good on you, missionaries.
That's right. None of this sort of backdoor Betty type stuff. You know. Not saying anything else.
No. Probably good.
Yeah, just letting it float, so to speak.
A whole lot of Twist songs. Let's Twist Again.
Yes.
Peppermint Twist. Twisting the Night Away by Sam Cooke. We know that. And the Rod Stewart version. How could you go past that?
Yep. Twisting
the Night Away.
Yep.
Twist and Shout by the Isley Brothers and the Beatles.
Yep.
So all of these, thanks very much, Chubby Checker.
Oh, is that where they stole the idea, did they?
No. It's just influence of one leads to the other because it goes on. And Chubby Checker singing a song about a dance started a trend of singing songs about hit songs that started as a support song for that particular dance. Van McCoy did The Hustle.
Yes.
Do the Hustle. It's a disco song right from the 70s.
Yep.
Madonna did Vogue, which was a dance where you pause and stop wherever the light happens. I'm not much of a dancer, so I don't know, and I don't think much of Madonna's latest stuff, but that's another. The Macarena, or as a friend of mine labelled it, the skewer dance.
And the car wash, was that one?
That was dancing in the car wash, I think.
Oh, was it the car wash?
The locomotion?
Oh, come on, baby, do the locomotion. Yeah, indeed.
Yeah. And even the Monster Mash is a direct line from the twist, from Chubby Checker. Whatever happened to my Transylvania twist?
And I had a mate at school who used to do the public transport dance, and even a few other people would get onto the dance floor, and they would be they'd be bouncing up and down, standing at the station, and the train would come along, and they'd all get on the train, and they'd have the hand in the air, and people would be looking and going, "What the fuck is that?" And it was the commuter.
I think Mr. Breihan has seriously under-researched his book, and he hasn't got the commuter in there. There's something wrong.
Something's gone painfully wrong. And, of course, there's there's a dance to YMCA, isn't there? You know, people do spell out YMCA. That's it. And Rocky Horror.
Well, it's just a jump to the left. It's nothing special.
And it's a step to the right.
Oh, I'm stuck with my knees in tight. I can't do anything else.
Well, once you've got your pelvic thrust going, though, it'll drive you insane.
Oh, let's do it again. Come on, here we go. Ice Baby.
Yes, Vanilla Ice, the pretend band.
Vanilla Ice. This is a fascinating story about rap and how rap has been deliberately kept out of the US charts for many years
because of racism.
Well, because it's a black dance.
Yep.
It's a black style of music.
Correct.
Of no interest to radio programmers, frightened radio programmers, frightened record production companies, and it took our friend Rick Rubin to be involved to help break down that wall. And this is all part of the story that Breihan brings forward here, and it's just fascinating.
So what? Vanilla Ice existed in order to that you didn't have that you actually had rap music. You
had rap music, but it hadn't bothered the singles charts.
Okay.
So Vanilla Ice wasn't just created for that particular single. He wasn't a One Direction creation. He was actually a white rapper, and his name Vanilla Ice came from his crew, who said, "Well, you're white, you're vanilla." So he was MC Vanilla.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh. So rap had been around for 10 years. It started in the Bronx and spread across to all of New York. And rappers what rap was when it first started was MCs, doing the scratching on the music and playing records and playing a little bit and moving from one to the other. And the rapper was the announcer who said, "I'm here with MC Jeff, who's going to play this and going to play that," and blah, blah, blah. So he's bigging up the MC, and that was the role of the rapper at a street party.
So where's hip-hop?
It's a variant of the same thing.
Yes, that's right.
Yep. So crossovers were happening. Rick Rubin, Walk This Way.
Yes.
This bloke, this Tom Breihan, his description, I've got a couple here that I'm going to talk about this afternoon. He describes bands in the most awesome way. He describes Aerosmith as a washed-up Boston hard rock act.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, I can't see where they stop, where they draw that line. But anyway, so rap actually saved Steve Tyler and Joe Perry from potentially ending up on an overdose scrap heap, because that's where they were heading.
And when they did Walk This Way.
Yeah, Walk This Way, re-broke them.
Yep.
And they became the mainstream,
the big band.
Band.
A band big enough to get on The Simpsons.
Well, you've made it, as we've discussed before. You've made it when you're on The Simpsons, and when you have a ride at one of the theme parks named after you. the Aerosmith ride. Now, I can't remember if it's Universal Studios or Disney. I think it's Universal.
Is that right? Not Seven Flags?
Eh?
Not Seven Flags?
No, it was in California.
Oh.
I've been on it.
Oh, was it? And was there Walk This Way singing on it all the time and stuff like that?
Probably, yeah.
Was it good?
Yeah, it was a good ride.
Was it like sitting in a big mouth?
Had very little to do with Aerosmith.
Oh.
Yeah.
I bet. Anyway.
So rap had been around in 10 years and been making steps towards the top 40 charts. But mainly albums had done well. Licensed to Ill by the Beastie Boys. But even their first single, the album did quadruple platinum, which is a big bloody lot of sales.
That's a lot of.
And the first song you'll recall was "You've Got to Fight for Your Right to Party."
Yeah,
and he describes it as shouty frat rock novelty.
It's a great song,
but it's not rap.
No, it's not, is it?
No, it's not at all. It's a bit of rhyming white rock and roll.
Yeah.
Rapture by Blondie, again, which had a bit of rap influence in there, but it wasn't rap. But it had been making overtures towards the charts.
Yeah.
This thing was invented in the US, and they've got to take responsibility for it. But it took 10 years from its invention for it to actually get to the top with Ice Ice Baby. So rap frightened.
So whatever happened to Vanilla Ice?
Well, that's the story. That's the point of the book. You wait until we get into this. You should hear this story.
Okay. I'll sit back. I'll sit back and
Back in
enjoy
your
it.
box.
I'm
on your heels.
going to get on the Aerosmith ride and I'm going to enjoy it. Let's go.
Go. Lightweight stuff from rap. You'll recall "Wild Thing" by Tone Loc. I get paid to do the wild thing. Dink, 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 dink. No?
I don't know.
DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, given the way Will Smith handles himself now, they were right to be afraid of him.
Yes, absolutely. He's a good slapper.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Slappy Prince. Maybe. They had to find a crossover, and they hadn't done that. Guess who was the first flag at that one? Can't touch this. MC Hammer. Like a cartoon rapper. Yeah. Because he was safe. He wasn't some black guy standing on there with.
So no one wanted to play edgy rap music in the billboards. They needed something to be desanitized that they could safely play on the radio, and not offend any nice white young men and girls.
Got it in one. Absolutely one. Yeah.
Because really at that time the rappers are doing sort of really edgy stuff, like talking about police brutality, racism and all those sorts of things. Last thing you can put on the radio is that shit.
Absolutely.
Interesting.
Because it's black people complaining about that. It sounds very similar, actually. It's black people complaining about that, and the white population of the USA doesn't give a shit about the black people of the USA.
Do not indeed.
Not a bit.
Because they're totally separated from it.
It's a different country.
That's right. The same over here, If you're black, if you're black and you get pulled up, if you're black, you're more likely to get pulled up by a policeman. If you're pulled up by a policeman, you're more likely to get a ticket. If you're more likely to get a ticket, you're more likely to go to court. And if you go to court, you're more likely to go to jail compared to a white person.
In one.
Gee, I'm smart.
You are. And guess what happened with MC Hammer? He was well on the way to being the first rap single. And then Capitol, his record label, didn't issue any more copies of the single.
What?
Because the sales is what gets them onto the charts. They didn't issue any more copies of the single because they wanted the boys and girls to buy the album for $16 instead of pay $1 for a cash single.
Is that right?
Yeah. A blatant, legitimate, not nice, but blatant and legitimate business trick.
So they manipulated the market.
Yep. Yeah, exactly.
And I wonder what went to number one.
I don't know.
Interesting though, isn't it?
Interesting. But again, so you can see why I've dived into this book and thought, wow, this is just fantastic stuff. So Vanilla Ice is there around the same time as MC Hammer, and he was a rapper. Wasn't very good, couldn't dance very well, but he thought he could, and that's part of the deal. Yeah. The attitude, being able to do it. And what would white people know? What would white kids know about being able to dance well as compared to being able to just dance. Rapping well as compared to just being able to talk in rhymes.
Yeah.
All right, so, that's rap and he's white. Hey, happy days. It's all good. It's
And
all
you
good.
and I, being good dancers,
Well, that's right.
we would understand.
Yeah. I mean, dancing, I live for dancing.
I know you do. I know you do.
I can hear people falling down all around the place.
And I like the fact that even at this stage of your life, you're taking up tap, which I know you've always loved.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Yep, it's great. That's completely put me off my line now. Yeah. So Robert Van Winkle was Vanilla Ice, not Rip Van Winkle, Robert Van Winkle,
Right.
and he was performing as a rap artist. So he's not created by whatever Cowley's first name is. So he's actually performing, and it is the usual story, however, that they found him and said, "Come and record this. Leave your mates behind." So the crew that he's with, which was black, he was poached away from that to become Vanilla Ice and record this particular song. Now, the song he recorded was a rap, inverted commas, it was a white rap, over Play That Funky Music, White Boy.
Okay.
And Ice Ice Baby was the B-side. Black DJs, who were encouraged by the record label to play stuff, didn't like the Play That Funky Music, White Boy, but did like Ice Ice Baby. And the rest, as they say, is history.
But he didn't sing it.
Yes, he did.
He did.
Yes. Oh, that's another. That's the two of them, Fab something or other, and who mimed their own song.
Yes. What were they called?
Oh, it'll come to me.
Yeah.
It'll come to me. So.
Sorry. Okay. Yeah.
So
Good.
the song's got silly lyrics.
Mini Vanilli.
Milli Vanilli, yeah,
Milli
very,
Vanilli,
yeah.
that's one.
Well, and they probably want to imitate Vanilla Ice.
Yeah. Okay.
Silly lyrics, something about a drug bust and cops shooting, and I rap like a chemical spill. God, I can die like a chemical spill. So he could rap, could dance, and the quote here, Breihan, his turn of phrase just makes it a joy to read. He says he believes that he's cool even if he can't justify it. So the Capitol thing wasn't a mistake. No doubt. The Cardigans, the Fugees, they'd done the same with all of those. They had a hit single and they wanted to sell the album. So at the end of the day, it brings revenue back to the band too. So it's although it did cost MC Hammer his number one hit, it probably is a legitimate business tactic. But they were selling the album driven by Ice Ice Baby was selling 100,000 copies a day. 100,000 copies a day.
So you reckon Eminem came out of this thing as well, the white rapper?
Probably.
Yeah.
He would like to think that he's a little more legitimate. Maybe he is. I don't know.
I don't know.
So here's where the interesting story. Here we start going down a rabbit hole. The music sample was Under Pressure.
So it is.
It is. And the lawyers for Bowie and Queen jumped on this. This is the first lawsuit of a successful artist for copyright.
Is it?
Sample pinching, yeah. So this alerted artists to the revenue stream of somebody using
Sampling
your
your music.
samples. Yeah. So, and this was the first one.
Is that right?
So it took his money.
Ah!
Yeah. The Verve, you remember later, they sampled the Rolling Stones.
Yes. I know exactly, yes.
Bittersweet Symphony
Bittersweet
was the song,
Symphony, yeah.
and it was billed as the easiest money Jagger and Richards never wrote. So many things of this song. So
now I'm assuming most people actually credit the album until and pay the royalties.
Absolutely, because you know you'll lose the lot.
Yeah.
So, but that was the first one,
That's
and
interesting, isn't it?
It added to Queen and Bowie's revenue streams.
Very nice. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Robert, Mr. Van Winkle. You're pretty lousy anyway, and he ended up with nothing. Never had another hit. He kept on performing for some time.
Yeah.
But never had another hit. Never bothered the charts with anything again.
Oh.
However, it was still the first rap song to get to number 1 on the Billboard charts. I think that's fascinating. And there's so many little rabbit burrows just in that one little story.
Yeah.
So many things. And people that we know who are involved in it, even though you and I can't stand, not a big fan of rap, but can't stand something like Vanilla Ice.
No.
Rick Rubin's in that story. Blondie's in that story.
Yeah.
Queen and Bowie are in that story. Chubby Checker. It goes all the way backwards and forwards. It's not just an isolated song that made it, and then he disappeared because he couldn't do another one.
And here's the other thing. Robert Van Winkle dated Madonna.
Good luck to him. She's got a great choice in men, hasn't she?
For 8
She's
months.
done well.
Yep. And he's saying he's an Indian now, apparently. He's a native Indian, Robert Van Winkle.
Bit late.
Part of the Choctaw heritage.
You missed that boat, I think.
So he's into that, and I don't know what else. What's he up to? Nothing much.
Nothing much. Because he couldn't release another single because there was all of this acrimony tied around to it that he was a white boy trying to cash in on black cultural whatevers. And he'd had all of his money, so he didn't have the money to invest in a future career. So thanks very much for coming. I'm out of here.
The last thing he did was in 2021. He narrated a BBC documentary about the theft of a racehorse.
Good luck to him. It's probably interesting too.
Yeah.
He probably has some talent, but doing original rap is not one of those talents.
However, here's the link back to the start of the show.
Yep.
In 31st of December 2020, Ice was the star attraction at the New Year's Eve party at President Trump's mansion in Mar-a-Lago.
Oh, it's a wonderful thing.
The president himself was unable to attend. However, Donald Trump Jr. was captured Ice's performance on his cell phone.
I hope he shared his coke with
Notable attendees included his girlfriend, Kimberly Guilfoyle, Rudy Giuliani, and Sean Spicer.
Wow, he had all the hits there, didn't he?
All the big hitters. So there you go. There's the Donald Trump link back to Vanilla Ice.
You can't help it, can you? You've got to bring it. This is Mick and the Fat Man talking about Donald Trump via music.
No. Anyway.
So you can see with that little story there how Breihan gets a great story, gives all the little roadmaps off and tells you it's not just a hit, got to number 5, stayed there for 6 weeks and thanks very much. It's really, really interesting. There's one more. I'll do a little bit of the next one.
Okay, go.
Don't You Want Me Baby by the Human League. Don't you want me, babe? Okay. British song. Nice enough, innocuous. I'd like it.
Sure.
It's a pleasant enough song. He gives another quote from him. Once again, he gives a fabulous description of a band when he's talking about MTV and album-oriented radio, which is like a killer in the US. It just it's not going to kill, not going to bring up anything good here. So he describes Yes as an aging prog rock group.
Sure.
Yeah.
No argument.
And he calls album-oriented rock radio stations a stronghold for arena rock bands with vague single-word names and albums with sci-fi cover art. Journey, Foreigner, Styx, Starship. So you got a whole book of the... I'd just be reading quotes.
That's great.
If I wanted to pick out the things I love about the way this guy talks. It's just brilliant.
Brilliant.
Yeah. So MTV started around this time, and they needed content for the...
Sure.
Because a lot of these bands that we were talking about did crap clips or look crap. They supposedly sounded good, and they could play well, I guess.
Yeah.
But they weren't good at doing video clips. It's not what we do, man.
Sure, man.
So, and others, Pat Benatar, Hall & Oates, it's a favourite. They hated doing clips.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, well, Pat Benatar, I'm really surprised at finding that, but that apparently is the case. This guy, the way he writes, I'm inclined to believe pretty much whatever he says because it's so well written and researched. Whereas bands in the UK were used to coming up with that visual appeal, British fads, fashion, all those sorts of things. they use visual gimmickry to get ahead. USA before MTV hadn't bought into UK glam. They didn't like Roxy. They didn't buy T-Rex.
Sure.
I've got Gary Glitter written down here, but I might skip over him.
Yeah, we'll move on.
The Pistols, the Stranglers. Blondie broke up just as MTV was getting going.
Oh.
So, yeah, there was a couple of Blondie clips, but not enough content, not enough volume to fit the need that MTV had.
Which essentially was a, an entire station of music,
Absolutely.
music clips.
But it's got to look good.
Yeah.
And not everything they play on the radio looks good when you look at it in pictures.
No.
Yeah.
No.
My Little Angel by William Shakespeare. You remember that one?
I do.
He looked like a Pratt in photographs.
With the puffy shirt.
Yes, that's the one.
With
yes.
the pirate shirt.
Yep. Another fantastic quote coming up.
Yep.
Human League's Phil Oakey looked like a pop star, which remains a key qualification for actually becoming a pop star.
Of course. Of course.
The band Human League took their name from a sci-fi board game.
Is that right?
Yeah, believe it or not. So they didn't have computer games then.
No, that's right.
Yeah. So the book's full of links. There's when Human League was formed, there was Phil Oakey and a couple of others who left because Oakey wanted to go to the more commercial. They wanted to go to the more mixed and unusual arty type stuff. But those two who left became instrumental in cracking Tina Turner's career for a second run in the mid-'80s.
Really?
The links, it's unbelievable. Don't You Want Me Baby, it's on the album Dare, which it's fine. It was a great, Human League weren't a great band. They weren't terrible, they weren't bad, but nothing special. The song itself was inspired by A Star Is Born, so it had a Hollywood link.
Oh.
Yep. Story, it's the story about a breakup. You've seen A Star Is Born, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, where they get together, their success feeding off each other, and one leaves.
Yep.
Thanks for coming. The older man feels he built the girl's career and he feels abandoned. You were working as a waitress in a cocktail bar when I met you. Now it's Don't You Want Me Baby.
It is indeed.
Yes, isn't that fascinating? Link goes on, next level.
Come on, give me a couple more, baby.
Steve Barron, the guy who made the video clip for Don't You Want Me Baby, which MTV needed to play on a high rotation to fill their content requirements, was a fellow by the name of Steve Barron. He went on to make the clip for Beat It, Take On Me by A-ha. You remember that film clip? It was an awesome film clip. It was drawn and it went from drawing to real life, back to drawing, back to real life as he stepped through the pictures.
Oh, I've forgotten that.
But it was a great film clip, really very well done. And Money for Nothing by Dire Straits.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which again, cartoon to real life, cartoon to real life. Don't You Want Me Baby, second British invasion. It became, on the back of MTV, it became the breakthrough song for the second British invasion.
Is that right?
Yeah. In 1 week in mid-'83, a year after MTV started, 18 of the top 40 songs were British.
That is interesting.
Isn't it?
Because they had good film clips.
Too right. Yep. They filled the need that MTV had for quality, for quality clips, and away we go, and so they're a hit. For a fairly ordinary song.
Because you remember MTV was bloody huge.
And it was boring when it started. Remember we watched it, we thought, shit.
Because it went on and on and on, you know, it went on for too long.
Yeah. And now every band, one of the things they're thinking as they're recording the song is, what's the clip going to look like?
Absolutely.
How can we make people watch the clip?
Yep.
Blah, 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 but that doesn't matter. So this song, its reason it's in this book is because it's one of the first songs driven to success by a film clip. It topped the US charts in July 82 in a line leading directly from Pop Music by M, Cars by Gary Newman, Here in My Car, and Physical by our Livy, Olivia Newton-John. And you know where the line ended up?
No.
Billie Jean.
Ah, okay.
Michael Jackson. There's the connection. This book is just, you can see why I'm so excited about this book. It's just fantastic. It's the best book about rock and roll history that I've ever read, particularly since it's about such a broad spectrum of things. Interesting preludes for each song, sets the scene clearly, doesn't assume knowledge, but doesn't lecture. He talks about how they made the song, and I know you like that. Mm-hmm. He talks about all the links and consequences of decisions, good or bad, that they made.
Yep.
And there's a multitude of spin-off stories. Just love it. So do yourself a favour. You can get the book. If you're not a reader, download an audio book. Yep. And Jeff's holding the book up to the microphone now.
Yeah. The number ones, 20 chart-topping hits that reveal the history of pop music by Tom Breihan. Brian.
That'll do.
Yep. And that's published by Hatchet Books.
Yes, USA.
Okay.
You have to say that because there's a Hatchet Books Australia who's not published it.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, I ordered that in. But you can get it online for an online read or an audio book the way you like your books.
Who reads the audio book? Does he read it?
I don't know. I don't get audio books.
Well, why not?
Because I can read.
Fucking hell.
So that's this week's book review, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back to straight music next week.
Hold on, I'm going to find this book first. And I'm going to tell you.
Are you going to edit all this out? Yeah.
No, this is good. This is good listening. This is good listening. The number ones, as opposed to the number twos. Really good. I'm going to look for it on Apple Music, Apple Books.
Is there an Apple Books?
Yeah. Yeah, just. So, no, I don't think it has it. No, doesn't have it. Not in Apple Books.
We'll go into Hatchet Books.
I'm just looking here. If I want to, I can look here. No, not there. Anyway. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much, Mick. That was fascinating. And we look forward to seeing everybody next time. And thanks for listening. We'll catch you next time round. Bye for now. Well, that's a wrap, and thanks for listening. Don't forget to subscribe. It's free. And if you like this, tell your friends about us. Also, contact us at mickandthefatman@gmail.com. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Thanks very much. See you next time.